Hello everyone, I'm Lefanic. I'll be your teacher today. We are going to learn about grammar. Firstly, we will learn about although, while, and whereas. Second is about present continuous tense. And lastly, abstract nouns. I'll start by explaining how to employ the conjunctions. I anticipate that at the end of the course, we will be able to use although, while, and whereas. Be able to use and provide examples for the present continuous tense. Have a working knowledge of abstract nouns. We will begin by discussing the meaning of although, while, and whereas. However, before we explore further and further, I have a few questions for you. You know what the words while or whereas mean? What does the words mean to you? Make a sentence that contains the word although, whilst, or whereas. I hope you could answer the questions on the screen. To understand better, I'll tell you the definition of each of the words. Although is a word used to indicate in spite of something, and it uses to connect both sides of a clause in a sentence. While is the word is used to describe a period of time and is balanced to constructing ideas. Whereas, in comparison to or in contrast to the actuality and is also balanced to constructing ideas. So now, I would like to ask you to choose the correct word in each of these sentences. I would like you to choose the best answer to each of the questions on the screen. I'll give you some time to think about it. Are you finished? Although is the correct word for the first one because it's connected two clauses of a sentence together. While is the best option for the second sentence because it describes a period of time. This answer for the final question is whereas because it's what contrary to reality. Basically, that's all for the use of although, while, and whereas. Moving on, we will start with the present continuous. This tense has a total of 5 forms. Time expressions, used with, now, at the moment, at present, nowadays, and some various time expressions. An example for temporary situation. I am studying at the Harvard University. Actions happening at or around the moment of speaking. I am looking for my dog. Fixed arrangement near the future. The Browns are visiting us. Repeat action with always expressing annoyance or criticisms. She's always interrupting me. Changing or developing situations. His English is getting better. Now, move on to the rules of present continuous. Typically, a verb is changed to its ing form by simply adding the ing to the end of it, like listening, eating, or studying, for instance. If a word ends with ie, it's now replaced with letter y and ing. We'll change it to a line because it also has an ie at the end. You do the same thing with other words like tie. If a word, then you drop the final e and add the ing. If the terms end in one, for instance, to make hoping, we need to remove the e and then add the word ing. Therefore, the other word will always be equivalent, like come or dissolve. We have reached the final rules, the concept of consonant. Doubling, we double the final consonant in a word which symbolizes for that end in a consonant plus vowel plus consonant. For example, to make rubbing, we would add one more b after the rubbing, followed by the ing. It's pretty simple, and all of the other rules apply, like swim or stop. I'd like to quickly review what we just did before moving to abstract nouns. The sentence below includes the present continuous, which you should find. Can you identify the major word that best represents the luxurious house that is right next to us? Yes, they are abstract nouns. You might not know this, and thus the statement's luxury refers the condition of great comfort that the house is in. We'll start with the abstract nouns. Now, class. For example, happiness. You can either write the picture next to it or try to think of an abstract terms based on its example I provided earlier. I'm confident you could easily construct a sentence with the new word from you just learned. An abstract noun defines the concept of property that cannot be physically experienced. Examples of abstract nouns include friendships, courage, and frustrations, which can be found below the definitions. Before we finish this lesson, Find the abstract nouns in the sentence on the screen. The abstract noun in the first sentence is justice, because it describes how something is. The solution in the second sentence is pleasure, because it expresses a person's emotion. Finally, the abstract nouns in the third sentence is friendliness, because the other person is displaying positive characteristics toward you. Therefore, the lesson is over for today, and we have finished our learning objective. See you in the next lesson.